Hi everyone, are you ready for the garden tour part 3? As usual, let's see some of the harvesting clips before we jump into the varieties that we are growing in the backyard. Started harvesting fresh okra and eating that. So in the soup, when I put four of these okras, the flavor was so delicious and the flavor of okras dominated. We can better harvest these using pruners with both hands, but I'm twisting these because I have my phone on the other hand. Try not to pull the plants while you are twisting them. I love the color of these vegetables. I made a soup with this okra and squash by using some lentils. Let me show you that also. And I fried this beetroot. It is here. So lentils, some squash, okra and some green chilies. Added a lemon. It tastes delicious. Let's go back to the tour. Here you see Japanese eggplants. Japanese each one eggplant. This plant is not doing great. The fruits that this plant is giving are always had insect bites and harvest is not great as well. These are black eye beans. So growing great. I just harvested one and ate. I just got the nostalgia of days like when we were kids. We were walking in the fields and picking these kind of grains and eating them. So this is indeterminate Roma tomato bed. I don't like indeterminate tomatoes and always wanted to plant determinate tomatoes for some reason that I'm going to mention that in my future videos. So this bed got some flowers. Look how pretty these flowers are. I got this for $1 on sale, as I mentioned in my previous video, and rescued them. Now they are doing great. 2 plants for $1. These are tomato black rim variety and a couple of snake gourd growing fine. I'm just training these to grow to the trellis. The mulch is working great so far. Hoping to harvest a lot of black rim. Let me tell you what it is happening here. So here I just made a small section of this bed and planted yellow onion seeds. Since couple of weeks, I guess, gopher started taking the onions off. So the onions simply disappear between my visits to the garden. They have taken almost 5 or 6 so far, and I found one big onion was half eaten by them. So now I'm harvesting all of them. I'm going to refrigerate these which I usually don't do, but I have to do it now. I'm going to use them continuously until I finish them before harvesting any of new onions from the garden. So the main difference I found between yellow and white onions are making bulbs with less foliage, but yellow onions are growing a lot of leaves and small bulbs. So because of that reason, I like white onion sets more than yellow. Here I got another couple of tomatoes, some containers that I have covered previously. This container got green chilies, jalapenos, and chili de arbol growing fine. One okra plant, basil, and other flowers are also growing in this container. I've started harvesting these jalapenos from, I think, from a month ago. I started harvesting these. These plants are not doing great for the hot weather that this week we are having. It is almost high 80s during the day, and these are slightly wilting for the hot weather in the afternoon. And what I've noticed was green chilies are not a big fan of very hot weather. Those don't like to be, roasted under the weather, but rather partial shade, is what the peppers prefer. This is Tindora. A couple of cilantro is growing at the bottom. The vine is still growing. This is just a couple of months that I have replanted it. The plant was very small, but you see, they started producing Tindora fruits already. I'm so excited. I just made another trellis temporarily for this one because the plan is to move this to the ground. I don't want to feed this to grow first and not have anything because I just got this Tindora vine with a lot of effort when I went to Austin. So I don't want to lose that. I think one or two harvests and these determinate Roma tomatoes are going to be off. I have planted successive tomatoes. Those are determinate Roma tomatoes in between. And we have got some marigold, some onions, chili de arbol, one sage plant growing together with these determinate Roma tomatoes. I just got these for a quick harvest, but I usually prefer determinate. Don't prefer determinate, but wanted to grow indeterminate varieties because they last for more than 1 year, and they can produce tomatoes around the year. Couple of blueberries. Birds are enjoying these blueberries these days more than us. These are very sweet. Another batch of yellow onions. We got some okra beside to the onions also that I'm going to show you in a minute. So here to the trellis we got a couple of bitter gourd, a bunch of beetroots growing here. Irrespective of the weather, beetroots are doing great. As long as we give them enough water, these do great. This is another flower plant. I like this one very much. I've seen this in my neighbor's house, and when I saw this on sale, I bought that one for $5, I guess. I'm going to harvest this beetroot today. Another batch of okra. Use this for lunch. I fried the beetroot with leaves. A few chili de arbol again growing in the ground. This is another flower plant. I don't know the name of this plant though. I have to look it up. Basil. Another basil plant growing healthy. I think that's all to cover as part of July tour, friends. These 3 parts covered all vegetables and fruits that are growing in the backyard. Some I left to show you which are growing in the container. I can cover those in my future videos. Please comment and let me know if you like the way I'm gardening and how the videos look like to you. Please share your ideas and your gardening experiences also. I'm going to put a video about apples and grapes that are going to be harvested soon. Please subscribe the channel if you haven't done already. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.